Let mommy see her phone. Go give mommy the phone. Give mommy the phone. You get it back when she's done. Let mommy see her phone. Go give mommy the phone. Give mommy the phone.
On January 27, 2023, an officer attempted to conduct a traffic stop for driving a golf cart on a public roadway.
Not on community. I've followed you since community. Do you have your license registration? Yes, you do. You're off my property. Yes, you do. You committed a traffic infraction.
Okay, good. Send me a ticket.
I need your license registration and proof of insurance.
I have not committed a crime, and I'm not going to
committed a traffic offense. Yes, you did.
I did not, sir.
Yes, you did.
I did not, sir.
Okay, are you going to turn this into something criminal?
That's up to you. I'm at my house. If you saw me out there, then you got to pull me over out there.
That's not how that works. A traffic. That's not how that works.
Your vehicle from my
a traffic infraction happened on the roadway. I need your license. It's at risk of interfering with a law enforcement investigation. Does you want to get arrested for?
What investigation, sir?
Hey, do you want to come?
Would you prefer to present the identification or not?
I have a question. No. I have a question.
I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting. Move away.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Ooh, flag should be open.
Right to the air is Willis. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First and 10, Willis. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people.
I just think they got 4 traded D-line.
They want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down. The Chargers at 7-5 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Calling a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for second and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Jefferson, his 6th touchdown of the season.
Sebastian.
Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had. Don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further. As
Sebastian!
23-yard line.
A water and oatmeal cream pie.
So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 23. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 right at the 40. Now Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Again, Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Willis. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Willis. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Touchdown! Austin Eckler from 8 yards out. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
He got to the end zone. Extra point up and good by Dicker. It's now 13-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another.
Under pressure, they got him again. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Riley Dixon now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
On first down, Willis. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Willis. A sea of defenders had intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. Extra point try now from Dicker. And it is now 21-0.
And
you can bet they're
you don't watch a movie with me?
Here is the kicks away following that fumble return. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and 4. Now Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Wilson. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Second and 10. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards that time for number 14. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Troy Pride. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Meanwhile, Willis' throw pulled in by Jefferson. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. 1st and 10, it's Willis. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Willis. And it's caught. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
In motion goes Patrick. They run. It's Williams. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On second down, Eckler. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. On third down, here's Eckler.
I'm pressing square to throw to Keenan Allen. Bro, what?
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like
Oh my God, and I blew the field goal. What the fuck, bro?
He misses it off to the
This shit, Madden do stupid shit, bro. It's like when you beating the shit out of somebody, it wants you to lose. Like it want them to make, it want the game to be even. This is why I'm not downloading Madden ever again, bro. Shit like this, bro.
And just kept bending away.
Now Wilson on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now it's Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Willis looking to throw on first down.
Oh, wide open.
This will be incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Willis is going to throw once more. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Willis with it on 3rd and 1. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Final minute now in the third quarter. Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Wow.
It's intercepted. Picked up by
That's
Keenan
ass.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
That's fucking bullshit. This is the shit I just said. I literally just said it in the stream. This is that shit that Madden do when they don't want you to win.
They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's
it's that shit that Madden do when they do not want you to win. I just said this shit.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the 1st down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Wilson rolling to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Eric Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Operating from the gun. Wilson under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Powering forward. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward that all the tight ends on the roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but every time they spend the trenches laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get a touchdown to really seal this blowout.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Wilson. That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Wilson now to throw on third down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down. An audible here to get a new look. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Willis on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 6. Now it looks like he'll throw here. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Steps away to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Willis will look to throw on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. That kind of puts the bow on what has been a complete performance, Charles. They're pitching a shutout on the other side, and this offense They've done their thing well, too.
Yeah, this game has been all-out effort from them on every snap, and there's a good amount of pride on the line right now. They want to finish what they started. They want the shutout preserved.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Williams going to get it again on second down. There he goes, left side. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain. And that is going to be the final play of this football game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
Never kiss mom on dad's birthday. Never.
We got London on the whole club selling out of hit a niggas don't come around, they don't survive my radius. I keep it too real for real, and that's that made me rich. That's what made me rich. That's what made me rich. Whole club selling out of hitters doing steady. Small business don't come around, they don't.
What's up, baby? Hey, man, we came up short tonight. You know, I don't know what happened, to be honest. You know, my timing was off, and I didn't throw my punches. I didn't let my hands go like I supposed to. Sometimes it get like that, you know what I mean?